Hi guys, I'm back with my third video. This is my third video for the day, and this is the final video with regards to this for today. But I'll be talking about this definitely in the future, going forward. Now, my name is Nicola Thompson. I hail all the way from Guyana, South America, and I now live here in Queens, New York. Guys, my story is around behind the scenes abuse, systemic abuse, blockages upon my life when it's not warranted, lies and manipulation that has been shared about who I am, defamation of character, and when it all boils down, it's the harvest off of my intellectual property rights and who I am as a person. Because I've been in this country for about 11 years now, and there's a group of people who are feasting off of my life while I go through strains of poverty. Not poverty in a stage that I can't eat, but I do eat every day. But certain things that I would like to do with my life to move forward with my life and my path and growth, they have carefully put blocks in my life. The lies, the false report, the false medical reports, while they block me from society so they can put that narrative out into the world. Now, like I said before, this is my third video. And sometimes I have loads of receipts, but this is a receipt that I want to show you guys because this is so recent. On the 26th of September, 26th of January 2026, I'm living in an apartment building, and the apartment building fell out of heat and hot water for 3 full-blown days. From the 26th all the way to the 29th. So it's 26, 27, 28, 29. And if you add in the actual 26, because it happened like 11:30 a.m. in the morning, we could probably use that as half of a day. So we could say three and a half days. 3.5 days. Okay, guys? From the 26th of January to the 29th of January 2026. The apartment that I'm living in right now, there was no heat and no hot water. None. Now, the building manager told me that they had a problem with the building. There was no oil. They didn't have any oil. And this was just after the snowstorm, or in the snowstorm. They didn't have any oil. And I'm thinking to myself, you're a building manager. You know that there's a storm coming up. Weren't you supposed to have stock up on oil and all of those things needed to make sure that the people who are in your building, that you're getting a rent from every month, make sure that their safety is high and utmost, and protect them as human beings? So he had me back and forth. There were so many things that he told me that did not make sense. No logical sense. However, but when I looked at the pattern that happened under a situation, I remember years ago when I was living in New Jersey, there was an incident that happened when there was a flood. And after that flood had happened, because I was renting a basement, a really nice basement, and after that flood, the water flooded into the basement so much, I was asked to leave. But the part where I was and how the flood water pour in, it didn't make sense. Because I also checked the news, because the area where we were, basically it wasn't supposed to seep in like that, because other people in that area, their basement wasn't flood to that magnitude. Flood, yes, but I'm telling you, my basement was flood. All the furniture and everything that I had, it was there. So people knew that that was happening, and they helped propel that situation. There was another situation that happened that I don't want to say here because it will be used in the court of law. So this pattern resemble what I've experienced, because I've been experiencing this type of abuse for the last 10 years. But more so it picked up the last 6 to 7 years. So when I saw the pattern, I knew what was happening. I questioned it. I decided I'm going to take it to the court. And I said in my specific filing that I'm filing a restraining order against this group and this specific person that definitely has a mental issues, that I wanted this situation, if you can please file a restraining order for it to be approved. I filed the paperwork. I'm not working. This is the paperwork here. No fee because I'm not working. I'm unemployed. But I filed this in the Supreme Court, right? The Supreme Court in Queens, New York. Right? And the judge, without even seeing me, she didn't ask to talk to me because I have a prior lawsuit there that I filed in October 28th against the same group. But right now, it's at, what they call it, what stage? Just basically communication stage, compliance stage, where I'm not supposed to be part of it, but they are basically going through this compliance meeting. So the next date for that one is around May month. But these things are happening now. And I'm saying, time may, lots of things could have happened. So I went back to the court. I say, hey, can you please file an emergency restraining order? Because I'm telling them there was patterns before. I'm seeing the patterns before that occur that is here, and it's under pretense that there is an issue. It's like if I come in the department, in my apartment right now, and all of a sudden water flowing right through, they're going to say a pipe was burst. Oh, there was a little pipe burst. Or all of a sudden all the lights went on, and they say there was one socket switch. Those things happening. Those things are happening. Understand, guys? Understand. The heater, all of a sudden, it is so hot that the room is steaming. I can't sleep. Congestions now. My allergies are up. We go to take a shower. The water have two things. Either hot, or cold. All of these things are orchestrated. I went to the court and I asked them for emergency restraining order. The judge, without even seeing me, I think there's a female. She just write to me and tell me, take it to the civil court, file it in the civil court under the rental, I can't remember it right now. But basically, it's not an issue for the Supreme Court. That's what she said, right? Although I told her that I had a prior case, and I'm telling her what has happened to me, and I'm seeing patterns. She didn't even see me. She just said, take it to the rent court and file a case there. And then she wrote without prejudice. And I'm thinking, wow. She didn't even talk to me. And this has to do with restraining order. I know it's a case for the rental court. But this is different. This is a human life that is being interrupted, obstructed, being interfered with. And it's okay. So that was it. So I went to get an appeal, and I asked to see another judge. I'm going to do that probably in another couple of weeks or so because I'm not giving up. I'm the type of person don't give up. I'm not giving up, especially when I'm right. And I see the injustices, A lot of people say I'm brave. I am brave. And I always say to people, I'm not afraid to die. When God says my time, then it's my time. But I'm going to speak my truth. My story is not ordinary. So she just dismissed my case, said she wouldn't file the restraining order. So no, whenever that happens, things escalates, things get more. These people get more strength and power every time things like that happen. Because this is my third time trying to file a restraining order, and these things keep happening. Once in New Jersey, the 28th of October, now in March, that I'm asking for emergency. But I'm just showing you how fractions of the system are being misled by a group. And it's strange to think that the system would do this to me. I don't have a case. I've never offended the law. I'll talk about this story another day. But that's it for today. Peace.